Okay, for your reading, your phonics, your spelling, and your sight words this week, I want to take a look at that O-O. You can hear the crows cawing in the background. O-O, we've been over this before. You can say two things. If you make an O with each hand and you bring it down to show your muscles, remember that says like you're just working your muscles. And the O-O together up by your eyeballs says ooh, like the hoot owl, okay? So that's why we say O-O and here is ooh, hoot. O-O here and moon and spoon. Do you hear it? It says ooh. So I want to show you two other ways to spell that same sound. Ooh, okay, it's going to be O-O, or it could be O-U, or it could be E-W. So let me pause and I'll show you the other two spellings. For O-U, I'm thinking of a word that could be a food, and it starts with an S. It has O-U, ooh. And what's the final consonant here? It's something that's warm, it's a liquid. What could it be? Can you think of it? I bet you did. It's soup. Okay, it has O-U in the middle. It says ooh, soup. Okay, soup. Doesn't say up. That's not a word. We know that. Another one is a word for a couple of people together. Not a team, but it starts with a GR blend. Grr. Then it has ooh. And the final consonant, again, it's the same as this one. The final consonant is P, group. Okay, and the last one I want to look at is this word. Everyone should know this word. Y-O-U. Who's that? It's a noun. It's you. Okay, good. Now the one down here, E-W, always happens at the end of a word. Okay, now we usually know E-W to say ew. Okay, so let's see if it's true. I'm going to put this word. Today you blow bubbles, but yesterday you blew them. Okay, you blew them. You don't blowed. Remember, that's not a thing. So blew. You can hear it. Ooh. Okay. I know somebody with this name. It starts with a DR blender. Ooh, drew. Or if you draw today, yesterday you drew a picture. Okay. So that's the EW. EW special, it only happens kind of at the end of a word. OU and OO can happen in the middle. It could happen at the end. Okay, but it doesn't really happen at the beginning of words. Okay, I'm going to pause. Okay, I've got some sight words here for us. If we were still in school, we would be on lesson 24, and that story is called A Tree is a Plant. Now we know a tree is a plant. It grows from the ground. And here are some words that go with that story. So up here, if you can read this word, it is almost. I can hear that it has two syllables, almost. Okay, does each syllable have a vowel? Almost? It does, so it checks out. Almost. Can you think of a sentence using that? It is almost time for dinner. It means it's not time just yet. It's close though. The next word right here is country. Okay, it has the word try at the end, but it doesn't say I here. Here it says E. Remember, a Y can say I or E in a word. Country. Now, the country is a place. Okay, and the place that we live is out here in the country. Can you think of the antonym or opposite of country? Can you think of the antonym opposite word for a country? It's city. Okay? So people who don't live in the country could live in a city or a town. Okay, right here is the word covered. First we have the verb cover. If you're going to cover something up with some soil or some dirt, you cover it up. You put it on top. But if I did this yesterday in the past, it's covered. Or even just a little bit ago. I covered the plants with the soil this morning. So it happened in the past. When you add ed ending to something, to a verb, it happened in the past. Okay, let's go to the top of our list here. Hey, Earth. I recognize that. Now, the planet we live on would start with a capital E because that's a proper noun. Remember, that's the name of our planet, Earth. But here I see it has a lowercase. I'm wondering what that means. I'll give you a hint. Earth could be a planet with a capital E, or it could be the name of some soil. Here's an example. I'm going to use that word covered. I covered the seeds with a bunch of earth that I dug up. Okay, so that means I just dug up some dirt or some soil. I dug up the earth and I put it on top of something, okay? So that's what it means here. That's the difference. If it had a capital E, you know, that would be the name, but that's not how we're using it here. Okay, this next one, everyone says it's kids. Do you see why it's not kids? If it was kids, it wouldn't have this letter here. Okay, this is kinds. Now, if we took the S off, it is kind. You know what to be kind means. It means to be nice. But here it's kinds. So if I said we're going to go to the ice cream shop and they have all kinds of flavors, that means there's lots of things to choose from. Lots of different things. Okay, so strawberry, chocolate, peanut butter, whatever, kinds. Okay, this word is ready, okay? Without the Y, it's the word read or read. When you put that Y on there, remember Y at the end of a word says I or E. So it's not red I, it's ready. Okay, if you're ready for something, it means you are prepared, which I always hope that you are for any situation. Remember, we practice that a lot in school together. We're ready for whatever. And remember, some things aren't always going to happen the way they planned, and that's when we say we go with the flow. So it's good to be both things. All right, I'm going to pause and erase and show you the last two. Okay, this is the word soil, and then OI says oil, soil, okay? Soil, of course, you know, is dirt. And when we do science lessons or when we're planting things, we like to call it soil, okay, because it's something that we really need. It's not just any old dirt. Soil is great to use because it has nutrients for the living things that we're about to grow. So we call it soil. Now here's a word. It's warms, like the sun warms the planet. The microwave warms the soup. Okay, warms, it means it heats it up. Okay, some people think, though, it's this word, worms. No, it's not worms. Okay, so X that one out. No, that's not worms. It's warms. You see the A here, warm. Warms. Okay, so those are the words this week. I'm going to do one last little thing with you here. I'm going to pause. Okay, this is the last thing here. This is page 124 of your workbook. And it has your word bank here of all the words we just went over. And here they want you to use your context clues. So I planted flowers in the blank. Well, start to go down your list. This is a great way to practice reading the words. Go down your list and see which one makes the most sense. I planted flowers in the almost? No. In the country? Maybe. But remember, don't pick the first one that makes sense. Make sure you go through the whole list. I planted flowers in the covered? No way. I planted flowers in the earth? Maybe. I planted flowers in the kinds? No. Planted flowers in the ready? No. I planted flowers in the soil? That's good. I planted flowers in the warms? No way. So there were three options here. Country, earth, and soil. I'm going to go with soil. I think that's the best one that makes sense. So I would write that right there on the line in my best handwriting. Okay, so that's what that expects you to do. Now, don't forget, once you use a word here, you can cross it off your list so you don't have to read it over again. All right, and over here we have some practice with the ooh sound, so make sure you try those things too. Okay, good luck. I know you'll do great.